making a cup of tea. I am. Am I recording? Oh, I am? Oh, I am. Okay, so we're just gonna jump into it. We stayed at Universal Kids Resort Hotel and left at 2 a.m. And here's why. I'm adventurous. I'm gonna make some tea. As I spill some tea, it's gonna be 3 parts. To be honest, the first 2 parts, if that was the only things that happened, I probably never would have bothered making this video. But the third thing really put the nail in the coffin. So now we gotta talk about it. So we're gonna start with the first. It starts off with us going to the hotel. We show up early. We plan to do a bag check, go straight to the park. We show up and thankfully the room is ready early. So we are able to go straight up to the room, which is convenient for me considering if I had to videotape the entire room review after being at the park for a couple hours, I think I would have been so sweaty and gross. I wouldn't have enjoyed it. So this was a pro. I was super excited. We go up straight up to the room and we do our video. That's probably already posted at this point. And before we leave, we just drop off the bags and my son is wearing a blue watch. It's not an expensive watch. It's not a fancy watch. I think we bought it at Walmart, to be honest. So nothing valuable to him in regards to he liked it, but just a standard kid's watch. Decide to leave it in the ice tray next to the TV because we don't want to take it to the park and him lose it or get it wet and break it or whatever. So we leave it there in the hotel and we head straight to the park. Thankfully, we're recording everything, so this is really convenient for proof's sake of what happened. We go to the park, hang out, have fun, get sweaty, tired, decide to come back a little bit early around 4 o'clock. When we get back, immediately my son is like, where's my watch? So he goes straight to the ice tray and it's not there. Weird, considering we weren't at the hotel room for very long. We didn't mess around in there. We didn't unpack or anything. I did a quick scan and scope of the room. I checked the bathroom. I checked the bunk beds. I checked under our bed and in the drawers and the dressers, everywhere I could possibly imagine. We even opened up all our bags that were already zipped, but we opened everything up. Couldn't find it. So in my head, I'm like, let me check my footage. Check the footage. It's there in the ice tray. It's kind of hard to see, but it's there in the ice tray before we leave. Check the footage after we left. We went straight to the cafe. End up playing Ninja with the kids, clearly is not on their arms. So I'm like, okay, so what could have happened here? 2 things come to mind. Somehow or another, it got lost. Second thing would have been maybe a cleaning lady came in trying to clear out the ice tray and accidentally took it with her. So we go downstairs, we let customer services know. They said they'll get back to us. A couple hours go by, I think it's like 10:30 before they just send us an email. And saying, it's like 2 lines maybe. Couldn't find it, housekeeping doesn't have it, and that's it. It's been about 3 weeks at this point, and it's still never been in any of our stuff. No one's ever reached back out to us to say where it's been or if they found it. So I don't know what happened to this kid's blue watch. Again, it's not valuable, but it's really weird that it just disappeared. So that's part 1. Part 2, let's turn this up a little bit. We're gonna talk about part 2 now. Part 1, again, included the missing blue watch of my son's. He's still pretty sad. We're probably gonna have to buy him a replacement. But I don't know if y'all have ever been to a Universal park before, but they have a nice amenity that if you are staying at the hotel and you purchase things at the park, you can actually have it sent directly to your room. So what that means is you don't have to buy your stuff and carry it around everywhere, which is very convenient for a mom with kids and want to buy all their stuff. So we had plans to buy multiple things at the park. I bought 1 thing for each kid, and then we were going to buy clothes for each other, shirts for the next day that we were going to wear. So I didn't bring any extra clothes. I needed these shirts that we bought at the park for the following day, or I had nothing to wear. So we ended up buying some, like I said, some clothes, and we bought the toys. Now, in order to do this, they ask you, hey, what's your room number? What's your name? Your contact information. And they clearly do state it's going to take about 30 minutes to 2 hours after park closes for it to deliver to the hotel. Now, park closes at 7 p.m. So if that's the case, that means latest I should expect all of our stuff to arrive is 9 p.m. Okay, that's fine. I can work with that. After the whole watch debacle, go back to the park, have fun. It's hot, it's Texas, I'm sweaty, but I'm having a good time actually. We end up coming back, I want to say 7:15, 7:30-ish. We definitely stayed till close. Come back, bags aren't there yet. Makes sense, it's only 30 minutes. I didn't really expect it to be back at that time, so no biggie. We end up going to the pool and spend about an hour and 30 minutes there. We come back to the hotel room. It's about 8:45 now. So it's about 8:45. At this point, I'm anticipating this to show up at any point. Again, I need this clothes to wear the next day. So I can't just lollygag about this. So eventually about 10:15 hits. Now, I have kids. They're young, so they're not the most patient. At this point, my kids are kind of just bouncing around off the walls like, where's my toy? Where's my toy? Where's my toy? Especially my 6-year-old. I'm also tired. I'm also hot. I spent all day at the park. Then I spent all day at the pool. So I can say I might not have had the most patience, but I was trying, but I was so tired. I was just so tired. Again, 9:15 hits. And my husband ends up calling the front desk and saying, hey, have you seen our bags? Because at this point, I'm starting to worry they were accidentally delivered to the wrong room. Front desk lady says, yeah, we have it right here. It is available and we have somebody to bring it up to you. Awesome, cool, no problem. 15 minutes go by. 30 minutes go by. 45 minutes go by. An hour goes by. They're on the first floor. We're on the second floor. I don't know how long it takes to go from downstairs to upstairs, but I could probably have done it about 15 times by now. And that's taking the stairs. So at this point, again, I'm exhausted. I need this. I cannot do anything tomorrow. We can't go to the park if I don't have my clothes. So Adam ends up going downstairs and the two front desk ladies are chatting, having a ball, and then immediately see Adam and part ways. And he asks one of them, hey, I just called about my bags about an hour ago. Do you have them? The lady's like, oh yes, right away. Immediately goes back to her room, comes back, hands it straight to him. It didn't take 1 minute to grab the bag, which goes to tell me no one ever tried to come give me the bags. I don't know if there's miscommunication issues. I don't know if something didn't get relayed properly. At the end of the day, part 1 and part 2, I'm chalking this up to, this is just, my tea is hot. New hotel figuring things out. This is a hotel that is still working out the kinks and not entirely sure what the process is and who does what and responsibilities. And if that was the only 2 things that had happened, I probably wouldn't be making this video, to be honest. But of course, I am making this video, so that means there's part 3. So we're going to talk about part 3 now. And let's transition to the table. Okay, well, now that I've got my Harry Potter mug for my Universal talk, we can talk about part 3. How do I want to talk about this? Well, again, I was exhausted. The watch ended up going missing. We took forever to get our bags. And so by this point, we've had a very long day at Universal Kids. I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. So it takes me less than 5 minutes to pass out. On the other hand, woohoo, transition. On the other hand, it takes the kids and Adam a little bit longer to settle down. I think approximately what time do you think you went to bed?
11:15ish.
11:15? So yeah, 11:15, 11:30. Adam probably started settling in to go to sleep. Now, he takes longer than just 5 minutes to pass out, so it probably means he actually fell asleep about 11:45ish, midnight, to be frank. Yeah, that's what I thought. So he settles in, and then about probably 15, 20 minutes later, we hear a tick, 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 tick. Let me rephrase that. Adam hears it because I'm out. I'm gone. He sits up. Immediately it stops. He's like, what is this noise? But it stopped, so wasn't worried about it. I think about another 15, 20 minutes apparently go by. And again, the noise starts. Tick, 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 tick. Again, he sits up, immediately stops. So at this point, he's thinking, well, is this the kids' toys? Like, we didn't buy mechanical toys for the kids. Or are they snoring? What is going on? But again, noise stopped. So couldn't tell where it's coming from. Again, another 15, 20 minutes goes by. Goes off again. Tick, 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 tick. Again, he goes to investigate, but immediately stops. He cannot find the source of this. But me and the kids are passed out at this point, so him being the kind man that he is, he was just going to suffer through it. Well, unfortunately for the rest of us, I woke up. Oh, that's good. I love tea. I got distracted by tea. Tea. I woke up. That's right. So I woke up. No, I need more tea. So I woke up to the ticking noise. And immediately I'm like, what is that noise? I'm frustrated. I am not a morning person. I'm not a wake up mama person. We've already designated rules in this house and we do not wake up mom. So if I'm awake, there's a problem. So I woke up and I'm like, what is this noise? Adam's like, I don't know. It's been going on all night. I was just going to suffer. But at this point, it stopped almost immediately after we started talking and moving. Key word there. So I'm like, okay, we'll go back to sleep. I'll try to record it and figure out where this noise is coming from. Again, 15, 20 minutes later, tick, 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 you hear the sound. I try to record it. Adam, of course, moves and it stops. So I'm like, okay, interesting. Don't move. Stay still. I'm going to sneak this. Again, 15, 20 minutes later goes by. I did record this. So I'm going to play the clip of my recording of this noise. Now keep in mind, it's going to be louder in person than over the recording. So you may need to turn your volume up in order to hear this. And then we'll implant it now. Okay, it's making the noise again. I'm gonna hope that you can hear this. Anywho, so I have a theory. My theory is because it was associated to our movements, this most likely is associated to the HVAC. And the reason I think that is because, I don't know if you've ever been to WinStar, but they have sensors associated in order to conserve energy. So when someone's not in the room, after a certain amount of time, it'll cut off energy to that room because it gets so hot here in the summer. I don't know for sure. That's my theory. I could be wrong. However, I can't sleep. I cannot sleep. So I send Adam down to go talk to the front desk yet again. Ooh, the front desk must love us by now. Goes down and I'm like, see if this can be an easy fix. Maybe it's just a click of a button. I don't know. He goes down, shares the recording with them. And the lady offers to say, hey, I can send a maintenance guy up there, but it's not going to be an easy fix. Now in my head, I'm thinking, how are we gonna show the maintenance guy that this is going on? Are we gonna ask Carl, maintenance guy, hey, how about we turn off the lights, you lay in bed with us, and we can have a little pillow talk while we wait 15, 20 minutes to hear this ticking noise? No, that's weird. That's not gonna happen. So then she offers us to move to another room. So now we're gonna do a flashback all the way to the beginning. So when we checked in at 12 o'clock that day, the room was available. Well, before we were able to check in, there was a gentleman right in front of us, and he was complaining very loudly, I might add. He was complaining to the front desk lady saying, I was hearing a ticking noise all night. This is ridiculous. I want a refund. This is unreasonable. I mean, he was mad. Mad. You should have seen me and Adam's face. We were looking at each other like, ooh, that sucks. But didn't think anything of it. But now that we're experiencing that exact same thing, I'm like, oh, I get it. However, if she's offering us to move to another room, how do I guarantee that room's not going to have the same noise going on? Because we didn't go to the same room. I was checking in as he was checking out. So his room's not clean yet. So at least bare minimum, there are 2 rooms that are having this problem. I don't want to get all packed up, wake my kids up, gather all of our stuff to move to another room, to settle in, for all to happen all over again. No, I don't want to do that. That's not reasonable. So thankfully, we live in the DFW area. So we're just like, I'm going to go home. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go sleep in my bed where I know there's no ticking noise that's going to keep me up at night. So we pack up our stuff. We leave at 2 a.m. and we tell the lady we want a refund. And the main reason we did is, here's the thing. Everyone's been giving Universal Kids a lot of flack. They've been saying, hey, it's not decorated, there's no shade or anything like that. The hotel overall, pretty pieced together. I wasn't mad about most of it. It was cute. The decorations were amazing. The cafe downstairs and the rooms and the pool, all of it was good, fun and dandy. But at the end of the day, that's all icing on the cake. A hotel room at the end of the day is somewhere to sleep. If I can't sleep, what's the point? What am I paying for? I need to sleep. So I wanted my money back. I feel bad, but it's even worse for someone if they didn't have an option to go anywhere. What if I did go to another room? What if I didn't have the ability to go home because I live in the area and I just would have suffered all night? No, that's miserable. So we left. Now they did give us a 50% discount because I guess we did stay half the day, so we paid for half of it. So there you go. I'll take it. I'll take it. And then we did send an email. They actually emailed us back first. So they emailed us apologizing, saying we wish we could have resolved it then and there. I responded with the video footage of the noise and told them, hey, please relay this. So I have the impression that this is hopefully going to be fixed, if not already, soon. It's just, it's disappointing. That's pretty much all I can say about that. It's just disappointing. So I didn't have the best experience. I'm going to try again. I'm probably going to force my husband to go back in about a year, see if it's better, do another review. But for now, I'm hoping, I'm praying that we were the only ones that had this problem, and apparently the one gentleman in front of us. That's my story. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I didn't enjoy the experience, but maybe you enjoyed the video. This is something I'd want to know, so now you know. So now we both know. See you next time.